believe. Who knows? Are there other family members out there that you didn't know about, Yeti? We might need to get some donations and find out. We have got some amazing games coming up, including Dishonored here in just a couple. We do have an incentive to unlock the Brigmore Witches DLC, and that is at 8,700 out of 10,000. So let's try to get that. Get this GDQ just a bit longer. I've got a donation here right for the next game from Jeeves for $150. They say, at last, we have arrived at La-Mulana. Our adventure begins here. La-Mulana and the community surrounding it have been an amazing source of entertainment, from watching new playthroughs to playing the randomizer. Looking forward to an awesome run full of cat pauses and raindrops. And with that, I'm going to send it over to Timopy. Take it away with La-Mulana any percent.
Hello, I'm Timo. I'm just a little speedrunner surrounded by legends. Like authorblues, who is the internet's biggest advocate for La-Mulana.
Hey.
Halgorithm, the madman who created this route you're about to see.
Hello.
He is insanely good at
this. Is all his fault.
I'm sorry. I just
And
couldn't help myself.
SeerSkye, who is the internet's leading La-Mulana scientist.
It's true.
Yeah, I think we're just good to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's kick it off.
you know what to do after I count down, right?
Yep, I got you.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yeah? I almost forgot, yeah. MSX soundtrack on the video, it's the one playing currently, so no worries. Okay, now I will count down. 3, 2, 1, go.
So for those of you who aren't familiar with La-Mulana, this is a Metroidvania, or as Halgorithm said earlier, Metroidbrania. It's probably one of the few Metroidvanias that is so strongly dependent on puzzles. And we're going to not really see out the full solutions of a lot of them. It's going to be a lot of jumping around and warping around, but this game is quite a beast to undertake casually. So don't worry if you've never played the game before and you don't want to be spoiled on it, this won't do that.
Yeah, there is a lot of nonsense happening on screen. We're using a bug that only exists in the 1.0 version, at least in order to activate it easily, where we close a menu and then open a menu while it's closing, which then gets us in a state where we're controlling the mesa, but with the menu open, which is called laptop glitch. And then we can use that in order to enter a conversation, and then we can close the menu, and then we'll be in a conversation. And then we can then enter and leave a second conversation without leaving, and then if we only leave one of those conversations, we get into a normal game state, but we're still in a shop. So what we did there is at the very beginning, we set it up so that we could buy both the hand scanner from one of the shops on the surface and 5 weights when we got to that door, so that we could end up getting this nice obtained hand scanner problem. Because even though this pauses the game, the gates that load between areas, they don't care about the game being paused, and they just kind of work anyways.
Yep.
And one nice thing about having a prompt is it lets you unpause the game while in a screen transition, which allowed us to. Did you actually hit the weight there?
Yeah, I failed it.
No, that's a really hard trick to get.
It's the hardest trick in the entire game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Thankfully, it only happens a minute and a half into the route, but it saves like a minute if you can get it. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
so I failed it, so I'm just gonna get some cash.
Yeah, what we tried to do there was
right.
place a weight on. There's a weight that's hidden behind a block of collision, and there's a thing you can do where if you unpause the game while it's scrolling, you can get caught in some collision and then use the weight on the pedestal as it scrolls across the screen.
Yep. Like you might have noticed on the surface, to enter the ruins, he pressed the pedestal. He put a weight on the pedestal to enter. There's one hidden inside that collision that solves a puzzle, but you only get one attempt at it. You have to use the item prompt that we just got another one, so you'll see us. You'll see Timo use that later to do another transition interrupt. basically
Yeah.
by
I still now I
dismissing.
don't drop down here. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, nice.
no shame.
that's always a
no walk of
terrifying
shame.
jump.
So
No
the theme
bonus.
of this run is going to be buying items remotely from shops, getting these nice little item prompts, and then using them to horrifically break the game during screen scrolls.
Yep. So right now Timo has 2 different shops that he's carrying with him. He's got a Lameza in one of the surface shops that he bought the hand scanner from, and he's got another Lameza. Lameza's the main character, by the way. He's got another Lameza in another shop they bought weights from. Now he's entering with a third Lameza. 2 of the Lamezas just left, and the other one's in the shop. So now we've traded our Lamezas, the 2 Lamezas that were in the other shops for the shop that we just bought the boots from, which you can see makes Lameza run a little faster.
Yep,
So we
and
obviously
it
wanna
also
get
makes
those.
doing what are called raindrops very easy. Raindrops are these floating point precise, like you need an exact floating point position value for them to work.
you're about to see
Clip
one right
into
here.
right walls on Lameza's right. And fortunately, the boots make Lameza move at a whole number of pixels per frame, which means that which means that you don't accumulate any floating point errors once you have
Yeah.
boots, and it's really
Oh,
easy.
nice. So that was a cat pause. Those can take a while to get. Basically, right when you are changing directions and starting a new screen transition, if you pause the very frame that you change directions, you will pause while the screen is moving, and you can use that to do things like move enemies around. There, he did it again just there. To move enemies. Dan, you are really nailing these. Good, awesome work.
Yeah, these can be really tough to execute.
Yeah, you can just spend like almost
You
a
can
minute
spend a
on one if
minute.
you're just not. Yeah, just not getting in. All right, so he grabs that Grail tablet. He's grabbing these Grail tablets because when you scan a Grail tablet, you're able to, you register it as a place that you can warp to again in the future. So by scanning that one in Spring in the Sky, he can now warp there later on when he needs to. So that
They're also a
saves lot of
necessary
time
element
walking
of the go mode at the end of the game. Even if you could potentially avoid going to certain areas in the game, you have to have gone to all of them just to enter the final boss. That's one of the checks that happens at the
Yeah,
end.
there are several checks on what allow you to fight the final boss in this game, and having scanned all the tablets in the game is one of them. So this is Temple of the Sun. There's a lot of stuff we do here. We're going to do another cat pause here to get the knife, which is a useful main weapon. It attacks a lot faster than our main whip, and it does 3 damage instead of 2. It's useful early on for combat and also just in general for quickly breaking pots and breakable walls and such. So here we're going to enter another shop. This is a very important shop for the route. It contains a piece of software called bunnymon.exe, or text tracks, as you saw just right there. Text tracks has a bug where so text tracks, the intent of it is that you can, if you're in an NPC conversation or in a shop, you can press the button and record text for what the NPC said or what was in the shop so that you can refer to it later. But there's a bug with it that the way that it stashes like the shop's inventory to show the text tracks menu actually writes the same global piece of memory. So what we can do with this, the software, which we're going to do after we finish this area, is actually have one shop copy the inventory of a different shop using the prices of the first shop to buy its items. So with this, we're going to get really big discounts on buying key items that we need and also just really expensive stuff in general.
Yeah,
This
so
one is
not
really
only
scary.
are we doing online shopping to buy things
my
from
God.
anywhere in the ruins, we're
my
also
God.
going to be committing fraud.
Yeah, we call it
I
the
love
frog
fraud.
glitch. Yeah,
So
doesn't?
I was jumping there and the
shopping.
skeleton threw a bone at me, and I
nice clip.
immediately destroyed it by accident. But if it hit me there, I would have. It's
Yeah, that
really
would've been
annoying
bad.
it's really annoying.
There
to
is a backup for
recover
that
from
on the screen below to raindrop up, but it's not easy. So we're gonna do another cat pause here to try to. Okay, nice. So that move.
All
that
of these
weapon
cat
block
pauses have
collision
been really solid. I mean, you have to
really
understand
awesome.
that you have a 1 frame window to press this button at a really awkward time.
Yeah, they're not easy at all.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
1 frame, and there's no way to tell if you were early or late.
Yeah, it's just not a great visual indicator on screen of when you're actually supposed to press the button.
Nice. You got plenty of health.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to take
unfortunately,
a
there's no real
damage
like
booster.
indicator.
Have to take a damage boost on that raindrop because it works in an interesting way. Thanks to the
Yeah,
slope.
that's kind of a new addition to the route. That kind of angled corner. You can like sneak into it by doing a 2-frame jump, but it'll just push you out. But by attacking when you've snuck in there, but from doing the 2-frame jump, you can actually you'll get zapped by that lightning bolt, which will lock you in place, allowing you to raindrop down. That's the only time that trick comes up in the route was just there to access the lower part of this area.
Very nice.
Nice,
Watch
do
the...
Yeah, those jumps can be difficult. Say hi to Michael Jackson. There he goes.
The dancing
For some
man.
reason, that mural is just depicting Michael Jackson. All right, so here we equip Venom on. We're going to do that glitch that I was mentioning earlier to buy items for a cheaper price. So
Yeah, you
Timo's
may be,
doing very specific shop inputs to.
You may
he
be a
bought
bit overdue for a hard save at some point.
Yeah, you
I'll
brought,
do it now.
Yeah, it's good to do it now. So what he just did, he bought a pistol, which normally costs 100 coins for 10 coins, and he filled the pistol up with bullets that normally cost 400 gold per clip of bullets. He bought 3 of them for 10 gold each. So he's already saved in this route like 1,300 gold, something like that. And it's only going to keep getting more ridiculous as time goes on.
Yeah, we're gonna buy a lot of bullets later on. Like,
Yeah.
the saves are worth thousands and thousands. Amazon ain't got anything on this shop.
You don't even have to
May
wait
wanna-
for 2-day delivery.
You may want to hard save here too, Timo,
Oh yeah, good idea.
just because we're doing the what's it called? The little brothers shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the unfortunate aspects of this route and why making hard saves is important is because
Come on.
the glitch that we're doing where we're holding a shop remotely, anytime we open up our inventory, any inputs we send to the game also go to the shop, which can
Yeah.
lead to some bad things where we could buy the wrong item or we could end up leaving the shop, and that would be bad.
Yeah.
And also, depending on, there are sometimes when we're doing inputs in multiple shops where if we do the wrong thing, the game will crash.
Yeah, that's always a bummer. That's the main reason for us making all these hard saves, is just in case we crash, to have a save that we can go back to and restart the game and continue to make it marathon safe. So Timo just bought a 60 gold helmet and 5 sets, I believe, or maybe was it 4 sets? It was 5 sets, I think, of 30 gold caltrops for 10 gold each, and 3 sets of weights for 10 gold.
The savings
doing-
keep accumulating.
Yep, and all these shopping inputs, like there's 3, each shop has 3 different cursors for you selecting what you want to buy, and we have to have very specific, precise inputs that he's doing to move the cursors to the right slots and confirm which items that he wants to buy. It was very tricky routing all that stuff together to have it actually work how they moved.
Yeah, I want
If those
to
witches
shoot
stay
them,
together, you
but
can just shoot them.
still decent.
It's fine to have the extra bullets.
Yeah, you can use them on Nukkelave, however you pronounce him.
Knuckle of the got this money here.
Yep. We have to wait for an elevator too for a bit. I don't know, maybe we could get a donation in.
Yeah, this seems like a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got $20 from Happy Code Monkey. It says, the dads and sons are all cheering you on, Timo. And we've got
Shout out to dads and sons.
Max Remus with $50. It says, La-Mulana hype.
Alright.
Oops.
Shot it real quickly there.
This is they dodge it.
Oh yeah. This is new. It's fine.
Ah, this is nothing new to me.
Hey, there you go. It's fine.
Who among us
Exactly
has
as
not
planned.
gotten smacked around by Knuckleheavy?
Yeah. Among Us has not died embarrassingly to Knuckleheavy. Alright, so the caltrops that we picked up earlier are actually a really useful sub-weapon. You can actually hit them and get... It's the only sub-weapon... Well, I guess it's one of the only 2 sub-weapons that Lemeza can actually be hit by to get iframes, which is useful for certain strategies and also for dismounting ladders quickly, which we're about to see after he breaks this here in the water. Because normally when you're on a ladder, you can't just easily just dismount it. But by using caltrops and hitting them, you can just, like right here, he falls all the way down here quickly, way faster than just climbing down. Caltrops also let us, if you're embedded inside a wall and you get hurt, you zip up the wall, which is important for
It's
traversing.
important in a few places.
Yeah, important in a few places, so caltrops just give us a quick way to do that.
What's the name of that fish?
I don't know. Anybody know?
You
I
can't
think
keep
there's a
doing
couple
this to me.
different ones depending on the version. But he's
Oh,
Mr.
really?
Fishman in my heart.
Mr. Fishman. Oh yeah, Mr. Gionin, I think he's sometimes called. I think it's Japanese. for fish.
Gionin is the walking one. And then
Yeah, but I
there's
think
the-
he's King Yonin.
Oh, King
Okay.
Yonin is the one that you bully. All right, so we're heading off to fight our first boss here in the route. There are 8 guardians in the game. Once you kill all 8, you become able to meet the final boss and fight them. Oh, you need to do the puzzle, Timo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so see the Ankh is not here. So you can't actually fight the Guardian until you cause their Ankh to appear, which generally involves solving a puzzle. The puzzle
I thought it was
so that
going
skip,
too smoothly.
the skip that he tried to do earlier would have skipped this entire puzzle solving by just hitting the final base in the wall. Base or pedestal, whatever you want to call it. But so now we're just going to pick it up now. And that causes the Ankh to appear. Then you can use an Ankh jewel to actually activate the Ankh and summon the Guardian within it.
This game is
So
just puzzles. To find
this game-
be able to summon the boss, you need a puzzle. To be able to get the item to fight the boss, you need a solo
Yeah, just
puzzle.
tons and tons of really
Everything.
esoteric puzzles.
And
So that was the dace right there. That summons the Ankh.
fortunately, with all these bugs, you won't actually see very many puzzles because we don't solve very many. And the ones that we
Yeah.
do solve, we don't tend to solve in a very normal manner.
Yeah, you're probably not getting
Let's see our
spoiled that much if you haven't played this game.
Our first Guardian here.
Big snake
This is Amphispina, our first one.
gone.
There he goes. That was Amphispina.
I regret that for them.
Yeah, rip. So Timo used the caltrops there to get iframes to jump into the head and shoot the pistol bullet, which actually hit both heads, making it do double damage. So that was how he was able to do that quick kill so quickly. So now we're going to go visit Molebrook. Oh, yeah, good idea. Didn't even have to be reminded. So Molebrook is like an important hint-giving NPC in the original game. We don't really need her for the hints since we know what we're doing, but she does give you an item that is important to solve another puzzle. So we're going to do that. Activate her, then she goes to sleep because she's lazy. So we're just going to
Good
leave
night.
for now. Yeah, good night. And maybe she'll be awake by the time we come back.
I hope so.
No.
Yeah, this game has a hidden scoring system where as you like pick up items and stuff, it like adds to this counter that affects dialogue for Molebrook and Zelda. And so if you haven't solved enough puzzles when you get to Molebrook, he doesn't immediately say anything helpful. But so you have to wake her up and then solve like 3, 4 puzzles or something, and then when you come back, she'll be helpful again.
This guy has even solved 2 puzzles.
So this area, normally you would light it up to be able to see, but we don't need to do that since we just have memorized the layout. So we just do it in the dark. This guy is pretty dangerous. He does a ton of contact damage, but since we have the gun, we can just shoot him and make quick work of him. Get the chakram. That's a useful sub-weapon. It's not as useful in this route. It's really used quite a lot in the no laptop glitch route of this game.
It's very
If you
powerful.
didn't
If you didn't have unlimited bullets, then it would do almost the same damage, half the damage of a gun and later the damage of the gun, but it
Yep.
has basically infinite ammo as long as you don't mess up.
Yeah, as long as you can catch the chakram after you throw it, you can throw it again infinitely. It's kind of an interesting sub-weapon. So now we're going to
Yeah.
visit Molebrook again. Looks like she's awake now. We got to
Again?
talk to her while keeping our shop. So he's got to be careful here not to press down without having his shop cursor locked on one of the items, because if he does, then the Meza in the shop will just walk out of the shop, and he'll lose the shop and have to go set it up again. So here we buy a dragon bone, which normally is 100 gold. We bought it for 10 gold, as expected. Pretty much most of the items, you can kind of easily assume that if there's an item that we're going to buy, it's going to cost us 10 gold, with some few exceptions.
Let's see. This is a very hard quick code. Didn't get it.
Oh yeah, it's surprisingly difficult, but you got plenty of bullets. I like how you can pick this up without even killing that guy. So here, Timo is going to walk out of the shop he has now and trade it for this shop. This shop is unique. It sells a buckler for 10 gold in the first slot, which is a unique item in that it's the only item you can buy from a shop that you can rebuy later. If you have the buckler, which is a little shield that can block any attacks, if it breaks, it'll go in stock at the shop again later. The reason this is useful is it gives us a cheap way to to get an item prompt on a transition like we were doing early on in the route. So we can buy a buckler for 10 gold, use it to do a transition interrupt, or TI for short, and then the interesting thing is later, after we do that, we need to find an enemy that can break our buckler for us so that we can do another TI later.
Mm-hmm. And so when we close a prompt in a screen transition, it unpauses the game, right? And it also gives us full control of Lameza. So you might have asked, well, what happens if you just start another screen scroll while the screen is already scrolling? The answer is this happens. You cause an entire giant cascade of starting new screen transitions that eventually ends up with Lameza being somewhere, and often with completely broken graphics.
I've been on the record before saying that I really hate the phrase "the game gets confused," but there's literally no other way to describe what's happening.
Yeah, we kind of don't really fully understand what's happening in the scrolling system. Skye probably has the best idea. I know she's
so
dug into it.
I mean, I could give an explanation, but we're gonna have
save
another
here,
more
Tina.
wild one coming up real shortly
good
too.
idea.
But
Right there.
the basic gist is though that like it just causes this whole cascade, right? So so you scroll the screen one direction, then you start another screen scroll, which pauses Lameza again.
We're about
But
to see
then
one of the
once the
weirder
first
ones.
one finishes, Lameza unpauses, so you can start a third screen scroll, right?
Oh god.
You start to feel bad
get-
for the game after a while.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't
Yeah, it's
have
called
feelings, probably.
Weird Illusion
Oh, look.
TI. And welcome to
Look at those three
enjoy the
faces.
triple face.
Yeah. Oh, one
Yeah,
of them
This
has
is a
this.
shop that can crash, but it's
Yeah,
pretty easy to
careful here.
prevent.
Nice. Yeah, so that can just
If you-
crash the game if you press
Yeah.
OK instead of cancel, I think it is.
No, if you press OK on a slot that is not lockable, so it doesn't have an item on it, it crashes.
So there he set up another glitch called Fast Ladder. By interrupting his wall kick, he can use his wall kick speed to climb ladders, which for some reason lets you climb right through solid collision like he did on that blue block to the left.
Yeah,
So
and that
that
skips
trick is used
a
a few
really
other
big
times.
puzzle. Like
Yeah.
the Eden puzzle is one of the biggest puzzles in the game,
Yeah, but we just go
and
right through
we
it.
we don't need to do any of it. Ow.
I'm gonna save here too, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, don't wanna get bodied by the skeletons in the Unctual room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm probably gonna take it pretty safe. I'll give it a go. There's a dangerous room
fine.
coming up where I can fall into lava. I have a strat for it, but the skeletons are random, so it can not work. That was pretty
thank-
lucky.
I was lucky. Yeah, he knocked you to the right instead of the left. If he had knocked you to the left, you probably would have fallen in there. There's a lava down there that would have eaten you alive.
I like that moment.
Yeah, that's cool. Strat for that screen.
Oh, I'm too late.
Yeah, not worth it. Don't
I'll
wanna
just
get
wait
crushed
for
into
this
the
guy. I
ceiling.
don't want to get crushed there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait, they disappeared. Let's get another
Yeah,
health.
they don't last very long. The caltrops. Boing. There are these
Pick up
funny
another
clouds.
piece of Yeah. I don't even know what these puffballs are. Kind of an odd enemy. I'll save here too.
Yes. Strafe area again, if I remember right.
Yeah, because we actually have Mirai now. So we can warp here.
Let's see if I get this jump. That's a really tight jump.
It's fine.
It doesn't really lose time, but I like getting it. It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Here's a nice strat for breaking the buckler.
Yeah. We're breaking this buckler so that we can quickly... Yep, that was pretty much perfect. So that was a fast way to break the buckler, and we're immediately going to buy it again to do... to set up another kind of a variant of a TI in the next area. Which you normally would not enter from this side. Yep.
For this one, we're going to do something a little bit different because we also need to scan the tablet to activate the warp point. But in order to close the scan menu, we would close the prompt. So what we're going to do is we're going to use closing the prompt in order to give us control of the game while we have a save menu open. And closing the save menu behaves in much the same way as closing
Oh yeah,
wonderful
lovely
noises.
sound effects here. Oh nice, wow, that was fast.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that.
Very quick grapple clip.
But yeah, closing a save menu has the same effect as closing an obtained item prompt. This buckler break is hard. I've tried to learn it. It's
very hard. I have a variation of it that's a bit easier.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh. This guy.
Yeah, this guy's out to get you.
So,
He has no mercy.
so trolly.
Another buckler. And I'm gonna try the fast method once. And I'll go for the slow one. It's a 3-frame trick. Should be fine.
Hey, first try every time. Nice. just blasting it out. That's awesome. I can't do that one very consistently at all, but Timo's good at it.
It's a pretty simple timing. You just press the buttons sometime in the near vicinity.
Yeah, you can kind of muscle memory it because the jump and the dismiss button input are so close together.
Now we're
This is
gonna
a
go
glitchy
fight Baphomet.
transition. So this isn't
Yeah.
supposed to transition to this area, but it just does for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason, the floor there goes to Twin Labyrinth. There's a few screen edges that don't go where you'd expect it to go.
Is there a reason for that one in particular? Or
I don't think there's any
random.
known reason for it. The
Then
only
that's just
theory I've
weird.
ever heard is that maybe at some point in development they played around with swapping the two hallways.
I wasn't
but-
sure if maybe like the classic version.
No, I don't think there's anything in Classic that corresponds to that one.
Okay, bitches, please behave. Oath, tell them to behave.
All right, please behave.
Hey, they listen
The
to you.
witches can be
Hey,
exceedingly random.
Yeah, especially the
Thank
green
you.
one.
I got you
That
covered.
was
don't
actually
worry.
pretty good, yeah.
Because he's going to do an align on this, so he touches the edge of that platform to get in alignment. Yep, looks like he got it. Well, I can't really tell the video quality, but yeah. So this lets him stand in just the right spot where the back of his whip can hit Baphomet's head, but he's not close enough to hit her body. This is the only. It's a very particular position that you can do that. It's fine. Doesn't. Yeah. I love the music for this boss.
The music is so good. The music in this game, just in general, is really good. Has a very strong soundtrack.
It does.
For a non-speedrun
almost.
playthrough, this definitely is one of the bigger wall bosses.
Yeah.
But
I'd
it's
say
probably one of the most
Baphomet-
imminently learnable ones.
Baphomet is
Yeah.
one of the hardest bosses in the game, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
She's
if you don't have infinite bullets at your
She's not
disposal.
cooperating.
Yeah.
Why is she just staying high the whole time? Come down, please.
I missed one of
Yeah,
my
that-
shots.
that happens.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen. Wow.
Yeah, she was rude.
She never
was
came
rude.
down. That was.
Yeah. She knew what I was gonna do.
The reason he couldn't shoot her, that he had 4 bullets, but he can't shoot her because he needs them for a later mini boss.
Yeah, we don't have any bullets to bought.
Yeah.
We bought in a shop right now. We need the shops for other stuff.
Yeah, we will be buying a lot more bullets later, but at the moment we only have the buckler shop.
Also, Lameza climbing the wall in the victory dance. Very good.
For some reason, I don't even know why that happens. So here we're going to raindrop down here, pick up the Lamp of Time. Unfortunately, this is not an item that we can discount. If you try to discount it, you can buy it for 10 gold and have it in your inventory, but the problem with doing that is you can't actually the lamp needs a flame in order to actually work. It'll stop time when you use it and it has a flame. But if you don't have if you buy the lamp discounted, then these statues here never have flames in them, and you can never actually fill the lamp, so it's useless.
Yeah,
So
it's because we copy over the item ID, but we don't copy over the price. We also don't copy over any flags that are supposed to be set when you bought the item. And for most items in shop, this doesn't matter because they're just like, I don't know, the boots or something, and they just have like a effect on the game that doesn't matter. It doesn't interact with the flag system. But
Nice lizard.
the lamp does interact with the flag system.
Yeah.
We are going to abuse the fact that we don't set the flag of the item we're buying discounted, though, later.
Yeah. Oh, this is a new trick, the warp climb. So when you go down a ladder, if you warp, you continue that going down the ladder animation at the start, and that lets you actually clip through the ground after a warp. So he used that to quickly get down underneath the Grail tablet here.
That one's kind of a unique one too, because usually you only want to get it on the first frame in order to get through the floor, but that one in particular has a bat right underneath it, so in order to account for the damage boost you take off the bat, you need to do it a little differently.
Yep. That's the only one that is 2 frames instead of 1 for some reason. Okay, so earlier when he went into that shop, he made the buckler shop. We no longer have the buckler shop. We have copied this shop so that we could buy Lonely House Moving, which is normally a 300 gold software for 10 gold. Lonely House Moving, or move.exe, by itself is not useful, but in combination with another software we'll be getting later, it will give us extended iframes.
Nice pot. There's a puzzle there where you have to destroy the pots while time stops. It's pretty tough to do without the gauntlet, which is an attack speed item you can get. It decreases your attack speed with main weapons.
Yeah,
But,
no laptop
we never
glitch
get
version of
it.
This route, yeah, it gets it, but this route. So here's the NPC that can crash again, but nice, no crash. He's going to do particular inputs here so you can equip this item without leaving the shop. So yep, that's it. And now we're going to the most important shop in
Swag.
the route, the swag. Nice, you got the warp climb. That saves like a second. It's not really worth it. Yeah, it looks cool though. So this shop right here, the one I just entered, is the most important shop in the route. It has 400 gold bullets in the first slot, 150 gold Ankh Jewel, which you're only meant to buy once in the second slot, and I don't know, weights or something in the last slot. The fact that it has an Ankh Jewel, so normally you can only buy the Ankh Jewel once, but when you buy it discounted, what Skye was mentioning earlier about flags not getting set, it's music.
It's so good.
I love it. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so by buying the Ankh Jewel at a discounted price, the flag for having bought it never gets set, and you can actually buy it multiple times. So the 2 Ankh Jewels we got earlier from chests in the intended way are the only 2 Ankh Jewels we get in the intended way. All the rest, I'm not sure if you got that. Yeah,
No.
Just, and all the rest of the Ankh Jewels we get, we're just going to buy.
That was the dance of life.
This guy he's got some pipes. This is Skanda, very random mini boss. He's faster to shoot than he is to lamp, but
Can you come out of there?
yeah, you can't kill him in that corner because then he'll drop all his money. Okay, there you go.
Skanda is doing his best.
He is doing his best. Just be happy for it.
I refilled my gun quick.
So one of the nice things too about the shop setup we just did, where we now have bullets and Ankh Jewels, which give us TIs for cheap and bullets for cheap, is that we also did it in such a way where we did a whole bunch of nonsense with like opening up the record screen, and that ends up giving us the ability to put the menu in like the record screen mode. And then we can just sort of do normal menuing. Like we can hit the down button and it just moves down on the
Yeah, this is what it looks like.
in the recording menu screen. So we can do all our menuing as we would normally like to, and it doesn't break things. But there's some other consequences of it. Like if you leave it in the in the recording menu mode, and you enter certain conversations, then like you soft lock.
Yeah, if you see that record this conversation in the bottom right, then his shop is not stashed, meaning that whenever he opens the MSX and does things, or whenever he opens the MSX to do things, the inventory, sorry, he has to be careful of his shop cursors interacting with shops in the background. If it's not there, then that means the shop is stashed in the background, and he can just menu freely.
Nice.
Wow, first try
That was
deep dive.
very fast.
Holy
This
crap.
is not how you're supposed to get in here.
This execution, though. Oh, yeah, this is... We were actually on that screen earlier, so you're supposed to do the whole thing where you go up the elevator like we did before, but that's slow, so we just come from the surface instead. The deep dive that he did to get here is a double, triple frame perfect trick or something. Nice.
Goodbye, Bahamut.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically only reasonable to do by like buffering with pauses.
Yeah. I think, yeah, if you practice it and do it like 100 times in a row without pausing, you might get it once, but even that, it's absurd
I
to
have
do.
done it without pausing. It is hard and not worth it.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
You have to do if you press like left and then jump immediately afterwards when facing right, then you will do like a leftwards jump, but Lemeza will still be facing to the right. So you need to do that type of jump and then immediately start holding right again in order to make it half speed as well.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's not a thing anybody would find in a
You have
casual
to do a
playthrough.
half speed leftward jump without turning around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We should probably explain the physics in this game. The kind of like classic Castlevania, if you've played that, it's like when you jump forward, you can't change direction and just start moving backward. You have to. Well, most you can do is change the speed of your forward movement. So he's moving at full speed forward for that jump. But if you let go forward or hold back, then you can either move at 80% speed or half speed, respectively. And if you walk off the ledge, you just completely lose the ability to move at all. So you want to be very careful not to just walk off a ledge, because generally not desirable.
You may
Yeah,
have
and
noticed-
then sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
If you jump while not holding a directional input, then you have full air control, and you also regain air control if you touch a wall in your jump.
Yeah.
That's
It's got some wrinkles to it. Oh, not what? Just straight up. Okay.
it takes a
nail
little
every
while to
first
get
try.
used to. Also nice.
Timo's just
I
destroying
don't know
this.
what's going on, man. Someone help me.
Was it yesterday or the day before where you were like 20 minutes behind, and now you're just doing insane? Oh my God.
Yeah, this has been really good so far.
Where am I going? Yeah, here.
All right, refill lamp.
But yeah,
So
it takes a
what-
little while to get used to the movement. I really like it once you I speedrun the game, so hopefully you enjoy the movement of the games you speedrun. But
Yeah, it's kind of unique for platformers. I guess some people would call it stiff, but I don't know, I like it too. It's unique.
Yeah, I actually prefer it to La-Mulana 2, where they quote-unquote fixed it.
Oh yeah, La-Mulana 2. Yeah, they're just kind of, they're different games. The speedrun for La-Mulana 2 has some cool tech where they can do like wall kicks and then double jump and get super fast speeds.
So I was going to
Yeah.
point out
Coming-
there, Timo just read another tablet. So there are very few tablets you really need to read in this game. They all have clues that help you solve puzzles, usually very obscure, very cryptic hints. There are a few that you need to solve some late game puzzles just so you can learn the language.
it's a cool skip coming up. We don't have to fight. So when you normally beat this boss, the game sort of like returns control, and then you have to fall back off the bottom of the screen for the fight to end. But if we damage boost, but we can use the lamp after activating the fight, and then raindrop below the screen,
You know,
then the
before
fight
the fight even
starts.
starts.
It goes, Lemeza's below the screen, and then the fight ends, because that's how the fight ends.
Yeah. So,
So,
It's so
that was
funny.
that boss. It's kind of absurd. Oh, yeah, it was rude.
Yeah, he's always rude. And I was
You opened the
being-
chest, but
Okay.
I
I
hate
need
the
to
screen
listen to hear
navigating
the
in dark.
elevator.
Nice. Yeah, the screen's annoying in the dark. You should just light it up. You have the flares. Okay, here we're going to do another glitch. This is a ladder weapon glitch. It just lets you climb up into field gates a little bit instead of taking them, which lets you buy an item inside them, which then lets you exit on the other side with the item.
This is a
Yeah,
screen
without
match.
doing the little trick with the swinging your weapon and then pressing up at the same frame is how you do it. Without doing that little trick, you'd have to pause on the exact right spot on the ladder in order to be able to buy a jewel and be able to climb up it.
So he's going to do another TI here to traverse the screen backwards. Yeah, that's how that's supposed to work, right?
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
everything there makes perfect sense.
Exactly. I saw nothing wrong with that. All right,
So
now
I
we're
have
fighting-
no idea how that TI works. Why do you go up? Are you inside collision?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you're
inside the collision.
Yeah, the collision doesn't move for that screen, so it's that raised platform where the rail tablet is just static, and you zip up to the top of it when you get damaged. That's why you end up at the top there.
This is a
Yeah.
good spot for donations.
Oh yeah,
Let's have
we have
some.
Yeah.
to wait 30 seconds here, so
Absolutely. This run is intense. It is non-stop. We have got $95 from Liam Edwards. They say, "Hi Timo, good luck with your run today. Myself and the dads are watching and supporting you. All of the Dad and Sons podcast Discord are cheering you. Huge congrats on making it to the big GDQ stage. We're all super proud to have our favorite Anji main. Bring La-Mulana to its knees, Liam."
Thanks, man.
And I've got $130 from Sacratoy that says, "Loving the La-Mulana run. The screen transition overlapping rooms broke my brain a little." Me too. It's
Don't
very
worry,
fun
my
to try
brain
to keep up with
has
this.
been broken. My
Yeah.
brain has been broken the entire time. I'm gonna try it once again. You can teleport the elevator downwards if you pause on the same frame as you go on top of
hey,
it.
there it is. Yeah, that makes sense too. I don't know why that happens.
Yeah, that one I don't understand.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that I can give you a kind of explanation for. I don't really get that one.
Yeah. So this is Elmac. This is normally the first boss you would fight in the non-laptop glitch route. Whenever I say non-laptop glitch route, that's like the non-crazy glitch route.
Yeah.
Because we fight him so much later here, we're able to just quickly make work of him.
The gun really
we
does
ended up-
trivialize a lot of fighting.
Yeah,
It does.
it's so nice.
It's a very strong attack option. Like his flail whip, which is the strongest melee weapon in the game, does 8 damage. The gun does 12 damage per bullet, and you can like spam them, and it goes across the entire screen. So yeah, you can. Well, thankfully, it's easy to reset that.
But yeah, maybe I should mention the whole category name thing. So, there's been 2 category splits for this game since I did the
Since algorithm.
Frame Fatale's run in 2019. We ended up, the first one was after a glitch, which we call pointer manipulation, was discovered, and we ended up figuring out how to use it both for a tool-assisted run that is under 3 minutes, I think,
Yeah.
and for a real-time, and I have also done a real-time speed run of that route that beats the game in about 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how you did
So-
that.
This category bans that stuff,
But nothing else.
nothing else.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
inside
we have
that
another
pillar in the middle.
category for things that look a lot more
nice.
similar to previous routes that you might have seen at other marathons. By banning doing any laptop glitch shenanigans.
Yeah. Also, you haven't hard saved in a while, I think. What's the
Yeah,
issue?
but I don't like my caltrops are up the. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah, I didn't want to go up there because I accidentally dropped my caltrops.
Yeah, you don't want to
there.
get crushed by these things. Speaking of which, yeah, I was like, I wonder if he's gonna notice. Yeah, you don't want to instantly die from those.
Oh,
Forgot to jump out.
yeah. Hey, Oat, what's that enemy? That one.
That's a Bonacon. Are you wanting me to say the whole thing? That's a Bonacon. It's a spiral-horned cow from Asian mythology, some Asian mythology, and it it shoots acrid poo that makes all of its prey decide not to fight it anymore.
Yeah, seems effective.
It made
Yeah,
you
Yeah, I
run.
want to fight
something
one
like
of
that.
those things.
I'll make sure to hard save.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I think it's been a while. Ooh, weird enemy designs. This game draws from a lot of different types of like mythologies.
And Sonic the Hedgehog is in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah,
He's
the
in this
mythology of the
multiple
Sonic
times.
universe.
Sonic is a recurring character.
That's one of my favorite things about this game is that they really drew deeply, like truly, they really drew deeply from
They did,
mythologies
yeah.
all across the world. And also Sonic the Hedgehog is in Temple of the Sun.
And a cat that rides around on a big ball.
Whoops.
There's
Probably
also
don't wanna do
like there's also some things that are like surprisingly modern too. Like there's a boss who is based on a yokai from Gegege no Kitaro.
Yeah. Yeah,
that. Which
Backbeard.
one is that?
Backbeard
boss
at the
is
bottom
that?
of Endless Corridor. He's from Gigigi no
The
Kitari.
mini bus.
Yeah.
That. So Timo traded his shop here. This is going to be one of the few segments where we don't have remote shopping loaded. In fact, this is the only segment where we don't have a remote shop of some kind loaded. He just basically traded for Mojo, whose prices are 10 gold the first and last slot. So he's going to use that to buy this software. It's 20 for 10, and then to buy an MSX2 for
Yeah,
10
I bought
gold.
a laptop upgrade.
Yeah, laptop
And-
upgrade normally costs $250, I think. I think that's right. And you got it for 10. Laptop upgrade lets him load more software, which is it has more RAM, so you can load more programs.
If we bought the no, I have to do it. If we bought the laptop
back to
upgrade
loading.
remotely, we could say that we downloaded RAM, but sadly we buy it at the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, downloading RAM is for when you're playing randomizer and literally download it.
Yeah. This is probably a good time for donations. We're just kind of heading
yes.
up to this area. We're going to do it twice.
Absolutely. We've got $100 from Webb. Says, hey, Timo, hope all your dads and sons cheering you on in the Discord don't make you drop the worm quick kill. Shoutouts to Chad, Zelpud, and Pepsi Man. Hope you never have to take a bath. And Miles Manor gives $25, says, is this the power of the 8th children?
Wrong way.
This is the power of the 8 children. We discovered
still got
internet.
A few more minutes. We have to basically make the same trek again.
Yeah.
Sure. We've got a $9 donation from Zelpud. Says, welcome to Zelpud Mailer. You can trust this software for anything related to messages from me. Function, only receives emails from me. Details, this is the latest version of Zelpud Mailer. There are no plans for a version update. There is no help page. Help and troubleshooting requests will not be supported. Thank you for using Zelpud Mailer. Zelpud.
No, I'm just gonna unequip it now. That sounds like really dangerous software.
Yeah, more like malware, really. Okay. I could do probably one more. I should hard save that away too now.
Sure, we've got $50 from Hawk that says, are you winning, son?
Nice. Okay, so that segment was we basically trade this diary in for the La-Mulana talisman, which will let us open cursed chests later. Did you save?
No, but I already have this.
Well, it's fine. We'll do it later.
What could
So now we're-
what could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. It's only, GDQ. So we're
No swag.
the shopping inputs we're doing now. We are loading in this birth shop again, just because it's so useful. Because we are about to do a segment that has a ton of combat with mini bosses. So we want to have cheap bullets. We're going to be buying a lot of 10 gold bullets in an upcoming area. Oh, did you?
I
walk
don't know
out?
what I just did.
Oh.
I'm just gonna read.
Let's do it again. Yeah.
I have no idea what I did. Right?
It was like, that doesn't look right. I think
Do
you
I
maybe
have a
pressed
shop?
down a little too late or something, so like, no,
Yeah.
you don't have anything. I mean, you have cursors that just, I don't know why the little extra hand cursors just float around even after you've left the shop. It can be
So-
confusing.
Yeah, I don't think I've looked super deeply into that one. My current best guess is that So like that happens after you end up doing the whole setup to get the stashable shop, and when you do that setup, you are leaving a shop that is in the record the conversation mode. And so my best guess is that that just doesn't end up deleting the cursor.
So it deletes everything else except the cursor for some reason.
Well, it just like forgets to, because you can't normally exit a conversation while in that state. So it just
that makes sense,
doesn't
actually.
clean up the cursor that it made. Just there forever.
I don't like this bird.
Yeah. This pit's
This
kind
used to be called menu boss.
It used to be.
Screen. Yeah. Now the entire
The whole
game is a
a
menu boss.
Yeah. So this item that we just got lets us fight mini bosses in another area. Are we here? Oh, right. I can't remember that myself. It's so confusing. But that item lets us kill mini bosses in the area that has a bunch of combat coming up.
Yeah, there's the boss rush segment coming up. There's a whole bunch of new quick kills that have been developed because all of the old quick kills were designed for not having infinite bullets.
Yeah,
and
they were
now
mainly,
that we
like,
have
chopper
infinite bullets,
focused.
there's a whole bunch of new fun strategies that you can do.
There's some really good ones. My favorite strat in the entire game is in Dimensional Corridor.
Which one is that? Is that the... I like the worm nest, personally.
It's the wall.
That was a weird skyfish.
Yeah.
Oh, the wall. Yeah, that wall's great. That was actually
Fun.
Skye's idea.
Was it? Whew, that was close.
I think I had like part of the idea, and then she put it together. She's like, "Oh, you could just go down to the bottom and zip up." And I was like, "Oh my god, okay." And thus the strat was born.
So
Nice.
good. Hey! Everyone is
Oh.
bullying me.
So that switch
okay.
you just hit back
Rude.
there, that skips about half of the last big puzzle. I mean, we won't see it just yet, but there's a big puzzle that happens at the very end of the game that basically, just to stop you from finishing. And that skipped about half of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we used the lamp to pause time, and for some reason, if you enter a screen while time is stopped, sometimes certain objects on the screen won't have collision. Like the collision doesn't get loaded until time resumes again, and that object happens to be vulnerable to that type of exploit. So it was kind of a weird new up.
I got whooped.
So we just use that to clip into that and hit that base way before we're supposed to.
Yeah, breaks the whole sequence chain, because everything is all like everything in that whole puzzle is like, you know, the set of flags where it's like after this bit then do this and whatever, and that one pedestal is the one break in the chain where you can get into it early, and I mean it works perfectly fine. The game only checks to make sure if you chant the last mantra, so in order to upgrade the key sword is what it does. So
Yeah.
because it only checks for the last one if we just skip ahead in the sequence. The game doesn't really
Yeah.
care.
I remember trying to see if there's any possible way to just like somehow chant the last mantra, somehow a way to get the last mantra and just chant it without having to do the others, or a way to upgrade the sword without having to chant all the mantras. But it's pretty ironclad.
I'm behind him.
Interesting. I've never seen
don't
that.
punch me.
This guy's supposed to be a pushover. We fight him so late because he's very easy to kill with gun. He's hard without the gun, harder.
Yeah, when you kill a guardian, you get a full health refill. So we do this just before entering Dimensional Corridor, which is a mini boss rush area.
Yeah.
He's actually, his first phase is invulnerable to all sub-weapons, except for gun. It's very clear that gun was just put into this game as a get-out-of-jail-free card, but you pay for it.
Yeah, like you got to really choose, because it's so expensive to buy bullets for it. You really got to like make a decision. Well, do I use my gun on this boss I'm having trouble with, or do I save it for something else? And if you're the type like me that doesn't like using consumables in games, you just end up beating the entire game without ever using the gun.
When I played it casually, I used my gun on Elmac, and then realized how powerful it was and felt so dirty.
Well, at least you used it early on.
Yeah.
Didn't have to. I can't remember if I used it actually for the final boss or not. I might have when I was panicking, and I was like, well, now or never.
This is like a fun confluence of tricks. We're going to do the same like save anywhere thing because we need to scan this tablet. And then we're going to do the warp climb thing that we saw earlier, to then warp to the other part of Twin Labyrinth, which will then put us into the floor. And then when we go up, it's a different screen. And then
Yeah, this is all
we
messed
can
up.
mess up the screen while doing that when we come over here, and it means that this elevator is on the screen. This elevator's normally not on the screen.
Yeah, it's nowhere
And
even
the game
near
has this code where normally you can't like jump off the top of the screen and go to the next screen above.
Oh, barely.
But elevators can go between screens, and so to make that work smoothly, they also make it so that if you jump off an elevator, you can scroll up to the next screen.
Yep.
So by cheating an elevator into that room where an elevator's not supposed to be, we're able to get into Dimensional Corridor without getting the item you normally need to get in here.
This is Dimensional
pretty-
Corridor. This is a fun place.
Yeah, so there's tons of. This is the boss rush. We'll be making use of a lot of bullet gun strats here. This mini boss, I hate this guy. He's very random and can do a lot
Guy
of
can be
damage to you.
so rude.
It's definitely my least favorite mini boss here. Good. Die.
Good use of a buckler.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yep.
kind of
Actually
where the
comes in
buckler is
handy there.
supposed to break.
Yeah, we get a shield upgrade really soon, so using the buckler, breaking the buckler there just makes a lot of sense.
This guy tries to be threatening, but he's not. Oh,
He
what?
is.
He actually
Never
got
tell me
you.
he's not threatening. He always
Got
gets
you on the
me.
iframe.
He's supposed to be
I
the
should-
easiest.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say anything. He's actually a very dangerous mini boss. You should respect it.
Yeah, respect the knight.
He is pretty tough, like casually.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
this is
I was
the
about to
speedrun.
It's
say.
only a speedrunners who get to just
Oh,
trivialize
nice, you
him.
got him.
Nice.
Also, that is
one
a
can be really rude.
yeah, that's a tight one cycle, and if you don't get the one cycle, that fight can be very slow.
Yeah. This next mini boss just has so much health and hits so hard, and he has iframes, so definitely a candidate to just freeze and just slap him in the butt 20 times.
Yeah, he also turns invulnerable and charges around the screen. It's
He's
like,
just, there's no universe where you don't want to win at this guy.
he is
Yeah, he
meanie.
can like charge around the screen too for like seemingly forever before deciding to land.
Yeah. Timo,
Like,
after the merman, you want to stop at the Grail tablet to hard save?
Good idea.
Just, you know,
Let's do a trip.
because we have a crash potential coming up, and we'll just save time if we have to fight Tiamat again.
I just went below the rail.
Interesting.
I didn't know that
right?
leads there. How am I supposed to know where this doors go?
Yeah, you
I
never
just
come
play
here.
this game.
I like the classic version of this song.
No.
Yeah.
Classic soundtrack is sick.
Okay,
I think the
yeah,
remake
Stash, so it should be good.
soundtrack is like directly better in almost every case, but there are a few tracks that just really stand out in the MSX soundtrack.
Yeah, the Temple of Moonlight has like an awesome solo. Just sounds so good in the MSX version. Although it sounds, I mean, the song sounds really good in the remake too. Both soundtracks are
That
great.
was
honestly.
Urhamahlulu.
Yeah, sure, that's his name.
It is
Yeah,
his
all
name.
the-
syllables
Who
and
goes
syllables.
woo, but he
All
doesn't
the-
get
all
you
the-
in this run.
Yeah.
All the mini bosses in
trying.
this place have names that are some combination of U's, H's, M's, and L's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
I can't remember any of them. I don't
whatever.
even remember this one. And despite how many times I've practiced this mini boss here, I don't understand. This is a very hard quick kill. We'll see if he's able to get it. He's got it first part so far.
Wow.
Nice.
Ah,
Oh,
close.
we got some stragglers.
Yeah.
That first part was pretty much it though. It's just, it can be so hard to catch the stragglers after. Okay, good. That's not too bad. That can be really annoying to clean up if you
That started out
mess up
so
the game
clean.
started. Yeah, the main part is just getting the intro part. If you can do that, then it saves you a lot of pain.
Hello, goodbye.
This next mini boss has a new gun strat that we
Yeah,
kind of
I think the
discovered
gun
and then
strat
adapted.
for this guy is really cool.
5.5 flaps. And you just shoot, and you're right in the place where you need to be.
That's a
This,
really
this
great
strat
strat.
is great too. This is the one we were talking
Yeah.
about earlier. That
Yeah, this
This
is my
one's great.
favorite strat in the game.
you can get there fast enough.
You activated my wall trap.
Nice, you got him. So he has to kill him before he does the laser, and he can zip up here without waiting for that slow ladder on the left.
And we obviously don't need to grab the Ankh Jewel to fight Tiamat because we just have a shop
we-
where we can buy them.
Yeah, we got plenty of.
I'm gonna go save both Tiamat.
Oh, you want to? Okay.
Even if that
I'm
shop is
scared of
sold
that.
out of Ankh Jewels, can you override that by copying prices?
So we copy the items, not the prices, and so
Oh,
we
okay.
also don't copy the flag that gets set.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, interestingly enough, if you like have a shop that sets a flag on that slot and you copy the birth shop, you can buy the Ankh Jewel and it'll be sold out in that shop from you copied from. But then if you use a different shop, you can buy it again because it's using a different flag for a different item. Or you can
Gotcha.
you can try to buy it with a sub weapon, which doesn't set a flag at all, and that's what lets us buy Ankh Jewels infinitely. The shop we have loaded right now, we're only able to buy one Ankh Jewel, but we're about to, after this boss, we're going to be switching it so we can buy infinite Ankh Jewels again.
Yeah, we already
Because we're
bought
doing
our
TIs.
jewel from the shop. This is Tiamat. This is very hard.
Yeah. For this strat particularly, we rely on the iframes combo we picked up earlier so that we can stand on her shoulder and hit her in the head. Oh, there's a couch up there. Nice. Oh,
Messed up.
Okay, that's fine. So you want to try to stay on the shoulder up there if possible, unless you get more hits in, but if you fall down, it's not too bad. It's a little slower and you whip and make sure to keep touching your caltrops to take less damage. This
you can-
attack is really dangerous. It can
I think it
Because,
would
uh,
one-shot me.
because the quick kill that we try to do tends to end up taking a lot of like contact damage from her shoulder, it means that it's very helpful to be able to just use caltrops to damage boost whenever we're fighting from below, so that we take as little damage as possible.
Yeah. Okay. Last phase. It's another attack that can kill you in one hit. Caltrop saved the day yet again. Really just
Caltrops are so overpowered on Tiamat.
like everybody feels like caltrops are useless in a casual playthrough, and then nice.
bad.
You thought you needed to save. Just nailed it as usual.
So the whole
yeah,
time he was
for
in
the
here, he
speedrun,
wasn't able
they're
to
just invaluable.
use. He wasn't able to use his Grail, but that unlocked the power of using the Grail here. So
Yep, so now he can work out. But before he does, he's going to set up a very weird shopping input. I don't even really know how to explain it. I came up
Yeah.
with it, but I can't explain it.
Yeah, I wasn't that familiar with it until I was watching one of the practice streams and it was brought up, and so I like opened up the route doc and took a look, and I was like, okay, yeah, that
Yeah.
is kind of weird.
It's
but
got like
I
a
guess it works.
conditional depending on if you hear a sound effect, and then you have to walk out of the shop, which normally the laptop glitch you, and while you do that, you equip the hand scanner. To clear your laptop glitch state here, just a couple more times.
Ah!
Just open and close it a few times. I think the text goes
Okay.
away. Yeah. Yeah.
I will
Okay,
never
perfect.
know how to get rid of that. It's like something is happening.
Glitch is just. Yeah.
That is
Okay, so
the
here we're
weirdest
gonna-
shopping input. In the
Yeah,
run.
clearing laptop glitch with a tablet like that can be a bit annoying because it behaves a bit differently, like depending on the speed at which you press the buttons. Because there's like a little like
Yeah.
bit of time where like inputs don't get sent to the tablet, and there's a little bit of time afterwards where your input will like scan the text faster, right? And so sometimes if you're too fast, then it
Yeah.
doesn't quite work.
So there's collision inside here. Okay, if you found it, there's a ladder there. You're normally supposed to enter from below here, and then you can see inside the ground there, but because we clipped in, we can't see what we're doing, but he was able to find the ladder pretty easily.
This quick kill is very good.
You know, really just
God.
doubling up the bullet damage. Yeah, look
so
at that.
smart.
Look at that.
I've been here with gun
12
before,
damage
and I
per
never
hit.
thought to do that.
Yeah, it's super nice.
Yeah, it's pretty
Saves so
smart.
much time.
Like it's one of those things that are just so simple that you don't think about it.
It saves a lot of time.
This is, I think, my favorite range drop.
Yeah.
You know,
Those screens, like, logically, it makes sense that they're next to each other, but it's still kind of weird that there's an
Yeah.
edge programmed into the game. So I don't know if it's
That's
come up,
hard
but
safety,
normally
yeah.
if you try to, like, if you raindrop and go across a screen edge that it doesn't exist or, like, isn't programmed in, you get sent back to the starting screen on the surface. It happens a lot casually in Temple of Moonlight. It's very easy to just naturally align yourself to raindrop off the wall in the little bit where you jump up. And so it's not too uncommon to see people accidentally warp to the surface there.
you know.
I just downloaded
Save
some
before
ancient
Palenque
software.
in case of the crash.
Oh yeah, save
yeah.
Palenque.
It can crash.
Yeah,
I've
it's
had
This
a
extremely
couple
crash
of
is
legit
not
crash.
based on anything that we do. This is a crash that is just
Happens.
exceedingly inconsistent.
Yeah, it's very rare, but it can just randomly happen.
Sure does
Thankfully,
happen a lot for
it's the
something
only-
that's exceedingly rare.
It's the only like non-consistent crash in this entire wrap, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Everything else, if you crash, it's because you did an equipment. Oh wow. That's fine. You have plenty of health. So he was trying to do that cow chop thing to like D-boost down and then zip up. But
To
without
avoid
taking
having
lightning
to-
damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
To avoid
lightning
having to
damage.
take lightning damage, but then
Yeah.
accidentally took it.
It's fine. It doesn't matter that much. You got plenty of
Yeah.
health for Palenque. Palenque is the 8th and final guardian that we'll be fighting before the final boss. After Palenque, we have to be careful to conserve our health because we don't have any more health refills. So the fastest thing to do is just to try to have enough health by the time you get to the final boss that you don't have to do a detour to go heal. Pick up
Yeah,
some
there's a
more
healing
cow traps
spring.
there.
Yeah, there's a healing spring on the surface, but
Yeah.
it takes a while to run to and
Yeah.
heal. Hey,
Very useful for a casual playthrough. If you run low on health, you
Oh,
just
that's nice.
walk to the surface and run there. Good.
that skeleton
weird
is so
skeleton.
rude.
He is.
So here's some ancient aliens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can
Yeah,
you
this
guess how we're
game
gonna beat this
very
boss?
clearly takes inspiration from a lot of like ancient aliens conspiracy theory stuff. So this is based off of an inscription on some tomb or something in Central America, and there's a whole bunch of conspiracy theories about how
Oh,
it's
for
clearly
sure.
a spaceship, and so you make Shmup Boss with a clearly a spaceship.
Hey, you got the key.
Check out my key. Well, it's a purse or a kettle or something.
Something.
Nice. My favorite trick to do at the end of this boss fight is if you manage to like take damage and do the last hit just right, then Lameza gets then the like flashing
save
red gets it's like color inverted, and so Lameza turns bright blue,
Oops.
like bright cyan.
hard save Timo because you got a what's it called coming up? Mantra tablet.
Oh yeah, they can crash.
You know. Nice. So he does a deep dive here to kind of get embedded more deeply into the wall so that when he gets damaged, he'll zip up. So that lets him get from lower ruin to upper ruin quickly. Now we're in the mantra puzzle phase of the game.
The mantra
This is no,
selection menu is very laggy and buggy.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. It's hard to.
Yeah, it's a rude menu.
Didn't get the fast ladder.
There's another neat TI coming up where we're going to fall down a screen and then get ourselves stuck in some collision.
Yeah, normally you would have had to solve a puzzle to move the collision down here, but it's faster to not solve it and to just clip in.
Yep, you don't have to
As
solve
usual.
it because the thing is just active anyways, it turns out.
Yep, it's just active. Yep, there it is. We just collected the medicine of the mind. It does 10 jumps there, and then the 10th, and then deboost to fall down. There's a 2-frame walk-off jump here. It's hard to do.
Yeah, it is
So-
hard.
You have the fall of shame. At least you get to see what this field looks like lit up.
Yep.
Welcome to Tower of Goddess.
This is what Goddess is supposed to look like.
Yeah, in the older route slash the no laptop glitch route, we
Oh.
have to end up.
That's a reset.
No, I just left.
So you accidentally bought
Nope.
something in the shop. Well, you can kill yourself on this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the things that can go wrong. the part of the problem is like we buy an item, right, and it makes a prompt, and then you have to make sure that you close the menu. If you press confirm again, then you don't close the menu, but you close the prompt you just got, and then that unpauses the game and puts you in laptop
Yeah.
glitch.
I thought I closed it, but I'm surprised this is the first time that happened. This has been
Yeah, it's
amazing.
been really
so
smooth up
far.
to this point. So
I mean, this is still not really that bad. It could be a hard crash, or or your laptop glitch in a place where you can't actually kill yourself easily. Laptop glitch makes you unable to warp or open any sort of like menu. All you can really do is enter doors and use whatever stuff you have equipped.
yeah, it can be annoyingly limiting.
Limited.
You can
Yeah,
just
so team.
get. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just saying Timo just set his shops back up into the state they just were. So now we're back to where we were at.
Yeah. Now we're
Just
doing
doing
mantras,
mantras.
which is the puzzle Auth mentioned.
You know,
It's like the big end game puzzle where you're supposed to do a lot of like navigation between stuff and all kinds of crazy stuff. Like
This is-
it
this
uses
is-
the entire map. Get out of here.
this trick that Timo's doing is called a blind clip. It's faster than walking towards the Sphinx on the right and looping around.
It's
but
very
hard to do.
difficult.
It's frame perfect.
I'm not getting it. I'm just walking.
Not gonna go for it. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty difficult. I can't really do them very well. At least that
Yeah,
one in
they're
particular
hard.
is hard because the ceiling is so low. You can't just do a full jump.
Yeah.
It won't work.
I'm fairly consistent at the height, but the thing I have problem with is the pause buffering.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the next mantra.
Yeah, if you look at the mantra menu when he opens it, all of that
There, yeah.
empty space at the top were supposed to be more mantras that he picked up. That's how much was skipped. It was
Yeah.
supposed to fill in from the top down. So you can kind of
you
get a
pretty
sense from
much have
that how much we skipped.
You have to pretty much visit every field and find and chant the mantras.
And we're just
I'm going
sequence
here.
breaking like crazy. So here he's going to do a little trick to, if he whips while holding left halfway through that transition. Okay, looks like
Yeah,
probably
you
gonna
can
fall
get
out.
it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty bad at it.
but you can get stuck in the wall up there and just immediately jump out. It saves a little bit of time.
Ah,
5 seconds or something. Interesting jump direction. Nice.
We probably have time for a couple donations. This
Yeah,
is
let's
mostly
do
just
that.
running around
Yeah.
and doing the same thing.
Absolutely. First off, we do have a confirmation that the creator of the game, Naramura, is watching this run
No
right now. So
way.
hello.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Hey!
sorry, not sorry. Sorry,
We have
not
a
sorry
lot
too
of
much.
love for La-Mulana coming in. We got $100 from Tilly Hart. Says, love watching La-Mulana getting run. Amazing run by Timopy. Those were some great cat pauses. And Squidly gives $50. Says, is that John Mulana's cousin's adventure at GDQ? Shoutouts to Auth and the crew for finding new ways to destroy this game in absolutely ridiculous ways. Say hi to Mulbrook for me, and let's get hyped to absolutely destroy Tower of Awanas later this year, hopefully. Donation goes to
looking forward to
Author
that.
Blues Choice.
What do you
I'm
have?
passing it on to Timo's choice.
Oh, that's where am I going? That's MGS3 Tuxedo Shoot.
Oh, that sounds like a good one.
And that's a great reminder. Chat, I'm very proud of you. We did meet the Dishonored Brigmore Witches DLC, so thank you very much for meeting that. And we do have the next bonus game incentive, Grand Theft Auto 3. There's about $38,000 to go with that, and we've got 4 or 5 hours, something like that, to get there. So keep it up, chat. You're doing amazing, and you're so cute.
Make sure to hard save Timo.
Yes.
Thank you for all the donations, everyone.
This TI is really cool. So,
Yeah.
oh no,
Oh, you have a tablet right there. You can scan. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it.
no, it's
where's
on
the
Reset
right
the
now.
screen.
You have to
Reset the
reload it.
screen. Yeah, no objects got loaded because you entered too soon. There they are. All right. Anyway, back to normal.
No,
Hopefully.
back to something.
Back to. Yeah, looks fine to me. Okay, yep. So by doing this series of maneuvers, we kind of skip from floor 1 of Endless Corridor down to floor 5 instead of traversing it. And there's a lot of like really dangerous traps. Should be okay.
Yeah,
These
this
aren't
is-
gonna bother you.
This is a really cool trick because there is the floor of Endless Corridor at the bottom
coming?
opens up to give you a shortcut during the escape sequence to the top floor, and we just took it backwards by doing that shenanigans.
So this is the Shrine of the Mother that we were at earlier. Oh, a little early. And now you enter, and it's transformed.
Yeah, you
So
have
when
to use. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, when you defeat all 8 Guardians, this is what happens. No, you're actually not supposed to be able to get back to the original version of the Shrine of the Mother, but because we entered without taking a ladder to get there, that kind of let us come in from below and then go back down. So we hit that dace to make Mom's Ankh appear.
And now we're skipping the rest of True Shrine.
Yep.
I forgot to
There
equip
is
the
in
lamp
theory,
earlier.
I believe we have found a potentially shorter route too that hasn't been like fully put together, where
Oh,
we
the ro-
can get into True Shrine a different way than the ladder, which should allow us to skip fighting 2 of the bosses.
Yep.
Um,
That's
so
by wrong warping in.
yeah,
we
so
haven't-
that's
we haven't
a
fully figured out the route. Oh, seems like you did it right. Wait a minute.
Too late.
That's such a weird
What?
result for that. Yeah, I don't understand why that happens. Once again,
What was that?
I don't know.
It was a failed TI. Something happened.
just-
I don't know.
It just happens sometimes if you do a TI on a field ladder too early.
This game is so much.
It's broken. It's so much. It's too much. But at the same time, it's just the right amount of much.
That was way too early.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, you have so much money.
Yeah. Where am I?
It's the original version. You can just buy it here, yeah.
This is a really hard TI. It's a tough timing.
Yeah. And you don't really have a good visual for it either.
Yeah.
I was
I
lamp.
fat
Did you
fingered
fat finger
the
it? Interesting. Never seen that before. I guess you're... Well, I guess we're going to go fill up our lamp again. It's fine. We're still underestimate by a lot, I think.
I have 15 minutes to spare, so
Yeah, so...
So you can't just screen mesh that transition to get past?
No, unfortunately, it
yeah.
the collision for the big tentacle that's blocking your way doesn't go away. It's like static. So you can do the screen mash that we did earlier in regular Shrine, but it unfortunately won't let you enter or like make any progress on that screen.
Gotcha.
I'm usually pretty good at this, but something had to go really wrong, right?
Yeah.
It's fine.
It is fine.
Or is
So I
it?
need a fast ladder, so I go really fast to create the screen mash, and then you combine it with the TI,
Have a
which
great-
I did late again.
Was that late? Okay. Yeah,
What
the
a-
timing he's looking to do it is like right when Lemez's feet enter the circle at the top of the ladder. Like right when they disappear into it is when you press the button. But like we said, you don't have a very good visual cue for it because everything's dark. So you kind of have to just get a feel for it from doing it a lot.
I still have plenty of cash to keep buying these things.
Yeah, you are not going to run out of cash anytime
I'm
soon.
loaded. I came into these ruins to get rich. And rich I
That's
shall
good.
get.
Yeah, that was it.
There we
Okay.
go.
So he zips up here. The platform comes up. He jumps off of it. There's a hole there. You can't see it, obviously, because of all the broken graphics. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
That's just harassment
I love
right
that.
there.
Yeah, that's unnecessary violence. Oh, you should hard save. Well, you could just warp back. Okay. He's feeling confident. Yeah, honestly, I don't even know how you could crash at this point. Nice. So this is a double TI. Yeah, I'm not even gonna explain that.
Stuff happened.
And we're at the final boss screen.
How did you route this? How did anyone do any of this?
Lots.
I've been asking
lots
Hal
of
this question
experimentation.
for years. Yeah, this is the last boss. The run doesn't end after the fast boss though. In a classic Metroidvania style, we have a
Yeah.
escape sequence afterwards.
I do just want to say one more time, we started this off by mentioning that Halgorithm really was responsible for a lot of the rerouting that's gone on here. I've played more than 600 hours of La-Mulana, and none of this makes any sense to me. And I just want it to be understood how impossible it is that some human came up with this route. 1,000 monkeys on 1,000 typewriters, given 1,000 years, could not have come up with this route.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate. I mean, it was really just a result of like the reason the way I found TIs in the first place was I joined the community pretty late. I was trying to figure out how to do cat pauses for the randomizer logic, and I was doing them wrong. I was opening the MSX instead of pausing. And later on, apparently, if you do that on a screen edge and you buy something, we realized that caused very strange things to happen. So really, it's kind of just lucky, honestly, that I was so bad at the game that I did the trick wrong and ended up finding something new.
I mean, I'm also, like, I feel kind of bad for somehow missing TIs when I initially discovered the, being able to get a floating prompt thing. But I only ever found that you could use that to bring the save menu with you, and then that has some fun consequences if you actually, like, save and reload the game.
Oh dear.
I'm just gonna
Oh boy, this is going to be it's going off script.
No, shall go back to script after this.
But
she's not fast yet? Wait,
But, like, while I did try dismissing...
Oh, she's not fast. Okay, you're fine then. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I did try dismissing prompts in a screen transition. I never actually, like, put it together that it was just behaving any differently than a cat pause did. I never realized that you actually just have full control of La Mesa.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. All right, so now we're off
This is gonna
script.
be a mess.
Yeah. So the way this phase 5 is supposed to go is it's kind of like a dance. Oh! That laser would have instantly killed him. You can buy bullets if you need. Oh boy. Shoot her. Oh god. Oh no.
This is
fine.
legitimately terrifying.
This is it. Yo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Way to go.
It's so scary. She moves so fast and it's just, it feels almost entirely random.
This fight is
pretty,
miserably difficult, even if you found all the sacred orbs to have full health, even if you have safety items, even if you have the fairy clothes to make you take less damage. This fight is still impossibly hard.
Yeah,
And
it's super tough.
it's not too bad if you have caltrops, but I need caltrops to do the escape sequence. I had only one left, so
You have only one left.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering about, like, he seems like he's running low. I hope. All right, so just be very sure to not throw it too early, or rather, not to jump before it's settled.
Yeah. So there is the surface warp. So now we're on the surface, but that doesn't count as escaping. We have to go and save our friend Mulbrook. Unfortunately, during the escape sequence, this door is turned off.
Yeah.
So we have to do another deep dive in order to get through it.
Hey,
and the damage boost out of the
Nice.
floor.
That final cow drop let us deboost up.
Yeah, it's the final caltrop.
So we're coming up to the end of the run. Time will be when the second La Mesa goes off the top of the screen when we talk to Mulbrook, because we're still in a shop.
Yeah.
And when the shop La Mesa goes off the top of the screen, it makes like fake credits. It's weird.
Yeah, it's
But most importantly, we get to buy as many Ankh Jewels as we want during the time when La Mesa is walking off to the top of the screen.
yeah. So reminder, there were 8 bosses or 8 guardians. 8 Ankh Jewels are supposed to be how many you find during the course of the game. We right now have 11, and we're about to have.
Oh, I bought bullets. Ah, no, my actual
Wrong
time.
slot. Oh, right, you switched. Oh, well, that's fine. 11 is still good. Oh, that was time. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's La-Mulana.
GG.
That went
Nice
pretty
run,
well.
Timo.
That went
Incredible.
really well.
That was very cool.
I mean, there were like no blow-ups in there. That was really good.
Yeah. Everything that went wrong was kind of a relatively minor mistake that you were able to fix quickly. Oh, that's a relief.
Nice. All right. Thanks. Alan, SeerSkye.
Yep. And thank you, GDQ, for letting us show off this game. It's been a while, and it's not too well known, but it's a gem of a Metroidvania. I recommend people check it out if they liked what they saw today.
We have a small but very passionate community about La-Mulana.
Yep. Come check out the La-Mulana Discord. They're friendly and yeah.
I have one shout out before we go. Shout outs to my corner shop for selling me food. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone, to Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online. Holy buckets, what was that run? I'm just sitting here staring. I have no idea what I'm watching, but I can't look away. It's just nonstop tech. I hope everyone took notes. I will be sending out a quiz for everyone to fill out here in just a few minutes. We had so much love coming in, so many great donations. I'm going to read a couple here about La-Mulana. Anonymous gives $25 donation. It says, "Go Timo, all dads and sons are with you." Selinari gives $25. "Love the Lamu community. This game is absolutely incredible. Good luck, Timo." Again, that was just such a wonderful run. And thank you, chat, for all these wonderful donations. Just some updates on some incentives we've got here. We've got the bonus game number 2 working. We're cooking away on that. We've got about $38,000 left to raise of the $90,000 to get Grand Theft Auto 3 added to the lineup. Those donations bring us more GDQ, so let's make sure we hit these incentives. And I've got $250 here from Killer of Orcs. They say, "I've been watching for many years now, and I've never been in a place where I could donate much. I just wanted to say thank you for all the amazing content from the runners, the staff, the hosts, and everyone else involved in this amazing event. I hope one day I can be as good at one game as everyone who is involved in this is. Best of luck to everyone. Be safe and have fun." Thank you so much for your donation. We are going to take a quick break. We will be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to SGDQ 2021 Online, powered by Twitch. Hope you're feeling good out there, chat. Staying hydrated, staying stretched. Just want to let you know that SGDQ is brought to you by Annapurna Interactive. They're a video game publisher behind titles like Outer Wilds, What Remains of Edith Finch, Sayonara Wild Hearts, and Donut County. Upcoming releases include Neon White, Last Stop, 12 Minutes, and The Artful Escape. You can find out more at AnnapurnaInteractive.com. If you want a song to absolutely rip your heart out, play Outer Wilds. I have not had such a memorable experience in a game in a long time. What a great one. We've got a $500 donation from Adam W. They say, I had to send my donation for GTA 3, or rather to see KZ Fru play GTA. Always a highlight. Great event as always so far, especially the Mario Odyssey Taka 2%. What a great idea for a category. Can't wait for the blindfolded Mario 64 run later. Thanks to all runners, commentators, and staff. Adam, thank you so much for your donation, and thanks to everyone who's helping make this such a great marathon. And we are going to go on over to Sent, who's going to talk to us about all the wonderful prizes available for the marathon.
Okay, yeah, just... Oh, crap, we're live. Hold on, let me just make sure this is, Yeah, no, that's exactly where I wanted. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick Online 2021. My name is Sent, and as always, I'm here to tell you about some of the awesome prizes that we have that you can win by donating during the marathon. Now, all of the prizes I'm going to talk about right now are available from now until the end of that GTA 3 bonus run a little bit later tonight. And just as an update on that, I believe we're still about $35,000 away from making that happen. It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. You all want to see KZ Fru absolutely destroy GTA 3. Let's make it happen, and let's show you what you could win by donating to make that happen. So first off, from Fangamer and Rare, we have a nice little descending Rash plush here. It's a little hang-on plush, you know, like how Rash descends in the intro off those zip lines in Battletoads. It's super cool. I love it. It's got a little clip on the top right here, so you can, you can clip it on things, and Rash can descend into your life however you'd like. Thank you so much to Fangamer and Rare for sending it out to us. It's super cool. Set it down over here. Now, from Puzzle P, again, we have this absolutely beautiful Toad Tread on Me painting from Battletoads. It's got Big Mouser in it. It looks great. I love the use of glitter and the use of contrast in it. And again, it looks pretty flat against the lights we have here. We're under some pretty bright studio lights, but in person, there's a ton of absolutely beautiful shading. Maybe it even show up on the back a little bit here. Oh yeah, kind of. You can kind of see it poking through the frame just a little bit there, but it's super cool. Thank you so much to Puzzle P for sending this out. It's a $10 minimum donation from now until the end of GTA 3. Get your donations in for Battletoads, for Biker Mice on Mars, for whatever rat-based video game you enjoy. From Doikum, we have Perlers from that wonderful last run we saw, La-Mulana. Of course, we have Lemeza himself. Excellent protagonist. There he goes raindropping again. You got to keep an eye out on Lemeza. He's just going to do that. He's just going to fall through any surface that you put him on. Be careful. We, of course, have Mulbrook. Now, most people think that this is the correct orientation for the Perler, but it is actually this because Mulbrook is always taking a nap. That is an important Mulbrook fact. You got to remember that. Mulbrook, always napping. Important fact. Now, here we have one of the fourth children. Are the fourth children just fish? We still don't know. Will the La-Mulana 2 DLC tell us? We still don't know. I kind of hope so, but we'll find out. Fish Perler comes with the set. Get those donations in. $10 minimum donation from Doikum. And of course, we have the most important character in La-Mulana lore. It is not Ball Cat. It is not Cat plus Ball. It is Cat Ball. Everybody loves Cat Ball, and I certainly love Cat Ball. Absolutely wonderful Perler. And again, you get the set of all four, Lemeza, Mulbrook, the Fish, and Cat Ball. $10 minimum donation from now until the end of GTA 3. Thank you so much for sending that out to us, Doikum. From Kaloin, we have this adorable, huggable Yoshi amigurumi. Remember, this is hand knitted from yarn. Out of all of these different colors of yarn, what they've done is just knitted it together into a soft figure and filled it with a soft squeezable core. It's absolutely adorable. It's the kind of thing you'd love to put on a table somewhere. It's got little opposable legs and little opposable arms and a nice big bulbous nose like every Yoshi should. Beautifully detailed all around. Love the little boots that every Yoshi has. This is great. $15 minimum donation. Thank you so much for Kayloin for setting this out. And I'm just going to set this right down here on my lap because I don't want this little thing to go anywhere. Now, speaking of cute things, some people might find them cute. I kind of think they have an air of cute to them. We have this lovely tall neck wood art from Meredith Frederick. Like, look at this. How could you not think the tall necks are kind of cute? They got that vibe going to them. You know, they're like big, friendly, mechanical giraffes that probably want to kill you. I'm not sure, but I think they might want to kill you. But still, they're absolutely adorable. I also just really love the frame that Meredith has put this piece in. It, like Shout and I mentioned earlier, just kind of captures that Horizon Zero Dawn aesthetic to it. You know, it's got the kind of tied up with twine element to it, like it's just 4 sticks bound with whatever they had at the time, and then a piece of art in the center. It's absolutely beautiful. Again, this is all hand painted and carved out in wood. It looks amazing. It's a $25 minimum donation from now until GTA 3. It is truly one of a kind, and it could be yours if you get those donations in. So get those donations in. Make GTA 3 happen. You know you want it to happen. I know you want it to happen. What else do we have? We have so many amazing prizes. How about a great chair? Do you need a great chair? Clearly, I need a great chair because I'm stuck on this couch that's way too big for me. GT Omega. Element Series racing chair. This thing is wonderful. It's about, I think, $300, $350 retail normally. $25 minimum donation. You might win one, and we've got a couple of them to give away. Huge shout outs to GT Omega for providing them. They are super comfortable. I've been sitting in another one of their chair models for 7-8 years, I think, around there. And it's just a great chair. It is very functional. It's held up over the years. I was super excited when they reached out to us to give some away, and I hope whoever wins one will be excited to sit in it for years to come. It could be you if you donate at least $25 before the end of GTA 3. Now, running all day today, we have this absolutely adorable small neck plushie. It comes to us from Kaito Ace. It's a $50 minimum donation at any time between now and the end of Mischief Makers later tonight. So you've got a little bit of time to get some donations in for it, but get your donations in soon because you want this. Trust me, this is one of the most huggable plushes that I have ever seen. It's just so well made. It's so firm, but at the same time, very soft, very well made. I'm not afraid that any of these parts, the head, the little tail spines, the neck flap, none of them are gonna be problems. They're gonna ship just fine. They're gonna hold up just fine. You can just take this thing and hug it. I'm still missing Keys' puppy. I gotta be honest. That is a cute dog. This is a good enough replacement. $50 minimum donation from now until the end of Mischief Makers later today. Now, of course, while you're getting $50 anyway, we have 2 amazing grand prizes, and both of them are a $250 cumulative donation throughout the event. What does that mean? Well, that means if you donate at least $250 throughout the entire event in any number of donations, you will be entered to win both of these amazing prizes. First off, from our friends over at SkyTech Gaming, we have an absolutely amazing SkyTech Gaming Mark IX gaming PC. It's got so many amazing parts in it. It's got a 5800X CPU. Do you know, I don't know what CPU, I think I still have an i5 in my home machine. This is a hard-to-get CPU. It's certainly one you'd want to have. It's got a 3070 Ti G graphics card in it. You can't get those. I'm going to keep saying that all week until it becomes a lie, and I hope it becomes a lie. But the truth is, you just can't get those right now. But you can if you happen to win this prize. You just head over to gamesdonequick.com. Check out the tracker. It's got the entire specs of this PC, as well as a full photo album of some super cool pictures of it lit up and ready to go. Because, of course, it's all decked out with a nice glass case and some LED lights. You gotta check it out. And of course, from our friends over at Heroic Replicas. They've been making great prizes for us for years now. Huge shout outs to David. Heroic Replicas, always such a fun dude to work with. We have a choose your own weapon grand prize. They've made so many super cool replicas you could pick from. Again, if you're a Zelda fan, we got the Master Sword, we got Dark Link Sword, we got the Hylian Shield, we got the Light Strike Trident, we got the Megaton Hammer from Ocarina of Time. If you need a hammer to go into an active volcano and fight a dragon, the Megaton Hammer is going to be the only hammer that will suffice. Disclaimer, 9 out of 10 cents recommend not doing anything in an active volcano. The 10th cent was eaten by a dragon. But hey, if you don't like Zelda, maybe you want another replica, we got a Minecraft Diamond Sword. Impress all of your friends and impress all of your friends' little brothers with your Minecraft Diamond Sword. It's super cool. We got the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII. It's like 5 feet long. It's got materia orbs that you can slot in the hilt just like in Final Fantasy VII. It's a super cool piece. You gotta get over to gamesdonequick.com, check out the tracker, because it's got all of the information on that prize, a full album of all of the choices, and a list of everything you can pick from. And hey, while you're there, while you're on gamesdonequick.com, you should head over there anyway, because it's got all the information you ever need for the marathon in general. It's gonna tell you about all of the amazing upcoming runs in the event, and there are so many great runs. Horizon Zero Dawn's coming up a little later tonight, GTA 3 is coming up a little later tonight. I'm really looking forward to Dance Rush on Friday. That is going to be a wonderful showcase for sure. It's got all of the incentives that you can put your donations towards. Because remember, you just need to donate the minimum donation value for each of these prizes, like $50 if you want to win this little small neck friend here, to be entered into the winning or to enter into the drawing for the prize. You don't have to specifically donate for the prize. You can put it towards an incentive like that GTA 3 bonus run. Let's get that met. And of course, you're going to be able to find all the information on the upcoming prizes in the event. There are so many great ones. I wish I had time to talk about them all, but unfortunately I don't. So we will be back after a short break. Don't go anywhere, because up next we have an amazing Dishonored run. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned.
Thank you so much, Sent, and thank you for showing off such a prime selection of prizes. Oh, speaking of Prime, did you know if you're a Prime Gaming member, you have a token for a free channel subscription? If you use that here, you can be part of the cutest chat on Twitch. I've got a bunch of donations coming in. We've got one here for $50 from Turtle Run 2412. They say, I am floored by the quantity of incredible runs already, and it's only Tuesday. Thank you to everyone